Hello, hello, are you ready to chill? This is gonna be pretty cool. Let's get into it. So, right here, the Candymachine NFT minter, we're going to just display some NFTs that we have from the Rubians collection. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be nice, okay? So, what we're gonna do is the following. We're gonna, inside this scene content, we're gonna add a panel, I think just another panel container, right here. And this is gonna be owned NFTs, owned Rubians, panel. It's going to have inside of it, it's going to have a scroll container. A scroll container because we'll need probably to scroll through. And in the scroll container, we're gonna have a V-box, no, H-box. We're just gonna display it in an H-box, like horizontally, okay? So, and actually let's make this expand. Let's make this expand so it takes the most of the possible amount of space that it can. All right? So what we can do now is this. We can, let's try and just create another displayable inside right here. So we'll just do a texture rect. No, let's do, I think, panel container as well. No, let's do texture, no, let's do a panel container as well. Let's do a panel container. This is gonna be the list displayable. And in the list displayable, my bad. In the list displayable, let's also add a displayable asset here. Displayable asset right here. And it's going to have a texture rect. Texture, let's also like do for just the test, let's put in this icon right here. Fit width and everything, keep centered. And let's do, you know, stuff like, so list displayable, maybe let's also like expand it. No, I don't think that's it. But yeah, let's do it to 56 or maybe, yeah, kind of like that. So with this, we have this list displayable. We'll need to, this is going to be the visual of NFT. We don't need a name of it. It's not going to fit. So let's just only do the visual, the name and everything. It doesn't really matter. So I'm not really sure why it's not kind of showing up here. Why it's not showing up. It's kind of a bit cringe. But maybe what if we do this? 128, 128. Oh yeah, so it's a bit bigger, right? It's not really gonna fit like that. What about if we do 96 or 96? Yeah, kind of like that. I like it quite a lot. Let's do center, this thing on a center. And so scroll is gonna be here. Let's do, a vertical scroll is disabled and horizontal is gonna be just auto. If there's more NFTs, then it's gonna enable the auto scroller. I'm wondering why is it not like why is it not centering everything here? But we can maybe if find it out a bit later. All right. So if we now just display a bunch of these NFTs, see it turns into like this scroll thing, so you can like scroll through your NFTs. Oh, that's why it's not filled fully, because that's exactly why, because it's reserved space for the scroll part. So we'll just have to live with this. Okay, so with this list displayable, let's actually save it. We're gonna need to save it because we're gonna be spawning them. We're gonna be spawning these displayables. So let's save it in like list displayable. And we can maybe like even remove it here from now. Or maybe not remove it for now. So on Rubians panel, it's going to have an asset display system. And you can see the container where everything's going to be held is going to be this container. So let's say maybe asset container, let's call this, because everything goes inside here. So asset container, no asset overlay. If you don't have any Rubians, this is going to show up. I mean, we can probably add it. We're not even going to be able to test it because I have a bunch of Rubians. But like you could add like some sort of like an overlay, for example, right here into maybe right here. Maybe you would add something like label which says no Rubians found, right? Something like this. You make it no assets overlay or something. You disable it and then you can add it right here in no assets overlay. So if nothing is found, this thing is going to get activated. Display type is going to be NFT. Display entry. This is why we saved that displayable. See, it is displayable. We're gonna add it here. Display entry. This thing we're gonna spawn and fill with information about that Rubian. Okay. Search bar. We don't need it. Load all owned. So whenever the game starts, from all your NFTs is gonna look for all the NFTs. But we only want to show the Rubians, right? Not any NFTs, because we're minting Rubians here. We only want to show Rubians here, not all the NFTs. So we also need to add a collection filter. So what I'm going to do is add a collection. So I'm gonna do resource NFT collection. NFT collection is called Rubians. And Rubians, their DevNet collection. What's their DevNet collection? I forgot. So from collection mint, we're gonna find everything here. So what we're gonna do is add DevNet collection right here. So we're only gonna look for NFTs that fit this DevNet collection. We can also like add Rubian's thing in the mainnet. So if we switch to mainnet, we don't need to kind of keep on switching this thing. So it allows both mainnet and DevNet collection. Let's do maybe Rubians, sure, whatever. And so inside this own Rubians panel, no, own Rubians display, let's call it display. Display. And it's going to have this Rubians collection, right? So we're going to filter based on this collection right here, okay? I mean, let's try. Let's see if this is gonna work. It should probably just work like that. Let's remove this list displayable. We're not gonna need it. And let's try to load this thing up. Let's see. Hey! You see, all your NFTs are loading up quite nicely. I mean, you should probably can add like some nicer visual, and you can see it's also scrolling because I have a bunch of them. And which NFT we minted? I think this was the NFT that we minted, right? Or was it something else that we minted in the video? Maybe this one. Yeah, I think it was this one. Anyway, the Rubians are now loading up, and it's looking really nice. I mean, like looks almost presentable. Yeah, so maybe you could like add some like better visual like while it's loading. Like you would like add some maybe loading thing on the texture, right? Well, yeah, and it's like loading up like that. And let's see what would happen. I don't know if I have any other NFTs. Yeah, I don't think I have any other NFTs, so nothing would actually show up. So we cannot see if the filter actually worked, but it did. I promise you it worked. Anyway, was quite simple, quite easy, right? I mean, it's a little bit confusing with all those things that you need to set, but yeah, it's gonna get clear. It's gonna get clear. You gotta understand with time. Everything, guys, everything is with time. So yeah, that kind of concludes it. It was fun, right? Was it fun? I think most important, like even if you are not going to create your own kind of machine, this tutorial series was like cool for like finding out about these displayable assets, display systems, button locks, all those like nifty tools that make your life much easier, right? Because we didn't need 20 episodes to code those things up. So it's all for your convenience, guys. Godot. Cool. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This was a pleasure. Once again, much easier for me than to do the smart contract tutorials. That was really difficult compared. I was sweating bullets there. And here I'm cold again. I'm not even sweating. I'm with a blanket on. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it as much as I made to make it. And hopefully see you in the next tutorial series if I find some motivation. Bye-bye.